Andrea, welcome to Craft Little Things. You might have seen the other day that I made this cute little nightlight lumiere sort of Zen garden lantern, and I had lots of leftovers and I said don't worry about those, I'm going to use them. Well, I printed a full sheet of A4 vellum to make my little panels, and I also had all these little cutouts, so I had 5 little cutouts from each side, and then I had the 3 pieces that were left over from, I mean that's obviously one piece, but 3 pieces that were left over from the bits that I cut out of the actual box itself. Now if you take 4 of the panels and then that leaves you 4 more, so you can do this project twice with the leftovers, and you've got enough of the vellum to do it twice as well. I'm going to make a card. I'm only going to make one today, but I'm going to show you what to do. Now, to use up the other pieces, just take your layer and square frame that you used for these panels and just cut them again, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a card. So I'll put those to one side. If you're starting this card from scratch, then you need 4 pieces of black, which are 2 1/8 square, 2 1/8 of an inch square. I'll tell you what that is in centimetres just by reading it off here. That's 5.4 centimetres squared. And then what you need to do is you need a card base. I'm going to take the Whisper White and I'm just going to do a 6 by 8 card base. So by 8. So I'm just going to score that 4. Just nice and simple. That's just going to be folded. And then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to make 4 panels of 2. Sorry, these are 2 1/8. So I'm going to make 4 panels of 1 7/8. Okay, so 1 7/8 is there. Let me just 1 7/8. One 7/8. So I'm just going to cut those out. Again, you can use this for another set of the cards. One 7/8. And you want 1 7/8 squares. And they're very small. And you might find that you've not got much of the pattern on them, so you might want to go for pieces that are a bit more patternous. Is that a word? Have more pattern on them. You might want to just, these bottoms tend, and then the rest of your Whisper White from your background, what I want to do is just cut that at 4 2 by 2 squares, okay? One, 2, 3. That should be almost right. 4. So you've got 4 black, and then you want to choose 4 of the vellum and 4 white. Okay. And if you don't have the layering shaped thinlits, then you can always just use your cutter and cut everything, or you could have used thinlits to do this. Now what I'm going to do is quite simple. I'm going to put my thinlits onto my black shapes onto my card, and then I'm going to put white on top, and then I'm going to put a piece of vellum on top of that. So I'm going to stack them like so. Okay, and I'm going to bring them just a bit from the edge, and then you can either stack your other 2 like this, and you'll use more dimensionals to give them a lift, and just have them like that. And then that leaves me space here and here to pop a little sentiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay these up very quickly, and I'm going to use dimensionals to do that with, because I do want dimension. So I'm going to pop I'm just going to pop 4 on the back of the first piece, and get that lined up really neatly, and then for the vellum piece, decide if you're going to use the strong side or the weak side. Making a little bit of a mess here. I'm just going to run the tape just top and bottom, and then I'm going to pop my vellum piece on top. Okay, so just be a bit more precise when you're doing it to make sure that you're getting it lined up a bit better. Okay, and that's what we're doing for the first 2. I'm going to take real red, and I'm just going to stamp those up into that corner. Okay, and then I'm going to take the sentiment thanks for always being there for me, and I'm just going to stamp that down here. Okay, now I have gone over there a little bit, but I can always stick something on there, and I've got a little bit of red down the side of that vellum, but luckily that'll just rub off, and those bits of red I've managed to get off my hands and put there, but they'll soon be gone because you won't get to see those, so don't panic. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this together. I just seem to have stuff everywhere, and normally I've got tons more stuff out than this. This just gives it a little bit of texture. Okay, and I want these to be flat. Oops. So these will be flat. The others had dimension, is what I'm looking for. These aren't having dimension on the layers. Their dimension is going to come from the whole thing being lifted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do double dimensionals. So these are going to have one set of dimensionals, and I'm going to peel those off. And then I'm going to add another set of dimensionals on top to get double the height. And I'm going to set them on the edge of the card, offset them a bit. Oops, hang on. Yeah, I don't mind if it overlaps that writing. If you want, you could cover all of your white in that writing, if you wanted to. Oh, look what I've done. I've done it upside down. Oh, well, what I'd have to do is cut this off and use this as a topper and stick it onto a piece of black card now. Going to turn it around, and that's what you do when you totally mess up. Okay, and now we're going to put something up here. And there you have it.